Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see the flowchart of the oogenesis and the schematic diagram of the follicles. So let's start. The first diagram is the diagram of the oocyte. This is the oocyte, primary oocyte, and this is also the primary oocyte, and this is the mature ovum. But how the processes occur, how the conversion occur, we have to see. First, the primary oocyte is derived from the oogonium, and this primary oocyte is formed at 7 to 8 months of the uterine life from the oogonium, and all these processes occur before birth, that is the prenatal. And at birth, what happening? The primary oocyte will arrest the meiotic division at prophase first. Okay, this primary oocyte then in early life, that is the before maturation, before puberty, a lot of primary oocyte which converted into the primordial of primary follicles will go on atresia. This is the own character of atresia. The some primary follicles remain at puberty due to the hormonal changes or the stress occurs. Maturation of the oocyte occurs and the formation of the mature ovum will occur. Okay, this is the flowchart of the formation of the mature ovum. Now we will see the next. This is the flowchart of the formation of mature ovum. See, first is the primary female sex cell. The primary female sex cells, these are derived from the endodermal cells of the yolk sac or the lining of the dorsal cut wall of the mesentery. Okay, and from the mitosis, these were increased in number and form the oogonia. This oogonia form is now go to differentiation and differentiate into the primary oocyte. Now the primary oocyte, what happens first? Here the mitosis occurs, but in primary oocyte now the reduction division, that is the meiosis, will start, and this meiosis will not complete, okay, until the complete fertilization. Means the meiosis that is start in prenatal life in the ovary, in the primary oocyte, will complete at puberty, and when the fertilization occurs, then it will complete, otherwise it will go on at rest. Okay, so primary oocyte and the formation of from the primary oocyte is the secondary oocyte and the first polar body. What will happen now? The secondary oocyte will go to the second meiosis and formation of the mature ovum. This is the mature ovum and second polar body. But second reduction, second meiosis second, this will happens during fertilization. Okay, so when all these processes occur, you have to see. Okay, see, this is the completed before birth, means during the prenatal life, the primary female sex cells divide by mitosis to form the oogonium, and the oogonium differentiate to form the primary oocyte. Okay, this is happening before birth, that is prenatal life. At puberty, in each stress, okay, what will happens in this time? What primary oocyte will surrounded by the follicular cells and form the primordial and primary follicles. These primary follicles at the puberty due to the hormonal changes will resume their meiosis, that is arrested at the prophase 1 of meiosis, will resume. Okay, and form the secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte formation will occur prior to ovulation, and in ovulation secondary oocyte formed and released from the ovary, and when the sperms come and fertilize the secondary oocyte, then the formation of a mature ovum will occur. Okay, so this is the process of formation of the mature ovum. Okay, we will see the next. This is the schematic diagram of the follicles. See, this is the primordial follicle. Okay, what is primordial follicle? This is the follicle at initial stage. Primordial follicle contains the primary oocyte with flattened epithelial cells surround them. Okay, single layer of flattened epithelial cells around the primary oocyte is the primordial follicle. Next is the primary follicle. What primary follicles? Primary follicle also the primary oocyte that is covered by a single or double layer of the what granulosa no follicular cells. ठीक है primary follicles and now there is a zona pellucida layer around the primary oocyte. This is the glycoproteinous layer. Okay, it prevents the polyspermy. It has a very important role during the fertilization. And surrounding the zona pellucida is the layer of granulosa cells or the follicular cells. There is a conversion from the follicular cells to granulosa cells. What is the difference between the granulosa and follicular cells? I have already told you, but see here. The follicular cells are flattened squamous cells, while the granulosa cells are the stratified cuboidal cells. Okay. Now, in the secondary follicle, this is the secondary follicle. What happens in the secondary follicle? The secondary follicle, there is a formation of antrum. Antrum formed from the fluid-filled spaces when coalesce to form the antrum, the large fluid-filled space. And this antral fluid have the estrogens. Okay, it is containing the estrogen. This is the primary side. Okay, and this is the eccentric nucleus of the primary oocyte. You will see. Now the next is the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle, what is the structure of Graafian follicle? It contains the secondary oocyte and first polar body. The first polar body reside in the perivitrean space, and this is the theca interna and theca externa. What is theca externa, theca interna? These are outside the stratum granulosum. Okay, the outer layers. This is the cumulus oophorus, and this is the stratum granulosum. This is the structure of the Graafian follicle. Now we will see the next schematic diagram. This is the ovulated secondary oocyte. See what is this? This is the first polar body, and this is what the cell is the secondary oocyte, and it have deutoplasm, that is the yolk, photoger, and this is the centriole with two centrosome. This is the centric nucleus. This is the perivitrean space. This is the Vitelline membrane. The cell membrane of the secondary site is the Vitelline membrane. The zona pellucida just under the Vitelline membrane. Okay, and the one most important thing is the corona radiata. What is corona radiata? Crown means crown means corona means the crown. Okay? And radiata means in a radiating manner. The cells of the granulosa cells, okay, these are arranged in a radiating manner, so this is called the corona radiata. Now we'll see the next schematic diagram, the mature Graphian follicle. This is very important. What was, देखिए अब आपको यहाँ पे पूरी तरीके से क्लियर आएगा। ठीक है, एक्सटर्नल सबसे बाहर है। ओके, दिस इज फाइब्रस लेयर, थिका इंटरनल, दिस इज वेस्कुलर लेयर, and between theca and after theca external theca internal the next is basement membrane। आपको ऑलरेडी बताया था मैंने। बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन के पास जो नेक्स्ट लेयर आती है वो है the granulosa cells, that is the stratum granulosum। okay, and then what the antrum, that is liquor folliculi, it contains estrogen। okay, and then we will see the oocyte, and surrounding the oocyte there are certain structures. See, that is the hillock on which the oocyte rest। okay, this is the hillock, and the perivitellin space, okay, the space around the vitelline membrane, and after that perivitellin space is the zona pellucida, and after the zona pellucida is the cumulus euphoricus cells, the cells that surround the oocyte। okay, तो ये सब है। this is the schematic diagram and the flow chart of the oogenesis। thank you।